Hello, good evening. I hope you can hear me. I hope you can see me the best we can. Apologies, doing this from a truck stop in Wiltshire on my journeys and my travels through work. We was hoping to have some operations on the side, but unfortunately, that hasn't worked. So I'm trying my best to do this from my mobile phone, and we'll see how it goes. But as you can see, we're doing a preview to the Grimsby Cup game live tonight at Grimsby. The teams are out, and as you can see, we've got Mr. Langridge as always. How are you, mate? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm loving this on location kind of vibe we're getting done now.
Yeah.
Out and about. We don't stop. We don't need studios. We
No,
just
I'll be
say it
honest.
how
I
it
was
is where
I
we
was
are.
hoping for an outside broadcast from a truck stop near Grimsby tonight, but I've got Sheffield tomorrow, so I'll be closer to Grimsby tomorrow. But that's a day late. So
Hey, you can do a match reaction, personal match reaction.
yeah,
Just
get
grab
some.
someone and drag them in the truck.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah,
Um,
no. So we're gonna do our best tonight. Apologies if you see me doing this and messing around. That is me operating the channel, like the streaming from the side. It's not me just playing with the screen or fingering my own face or sort of thing like that. It's me just trying to operate things. But no, yeah. So the teams are out. That's what we wanted to wait for tonight. We wanted to see what sort of teams that Mr. Ruben Amorim was going to put out, and it looks like, as we initially thought, he's gone pretty strong, Mark.
well, it's the B team though. That's how. That's the weird thing. We may not be a world beaters at the moment, but we're actually quite strong in a lot of areas.
Yeah.
You know. Second choice goalkeeper in Inana. Um, Harry Maguire, Heaven, Fredrickson. I like the fact Fredrickson's been given a chance.
Yeah.
He said Mazraoui not going to play this week. He's hoping to get a run out or some time in the Burnley. He just wanted him to have a few more drills and that, just to double check he's not. I loved it. To double check he will be okay to play. You know, not we'll find out on the pitch. We'll find out on the training pitch if he can get through these drills. Then
Yeah.
he'll be okay. That's what we've been missing for the last 10 years, where we keep playing people and they go from injury and they go off injured.
Yeah. Luke Shaw, prime example.
I don't like Dalot playing. I would have had Dorgu on the right and I would have played Diego Leon on the left. I'm hoping that happens later on in. I don't know if Leon's on the bench. Yeah, he
Yeah,
is.
he is. Yeah, he is.
Ugarte and Mainu, we pretty much knew that was going to happen when he said it was whether we dropped Bruno today, wasn't it? Let's be fair, that was the big thing. Does he drop Bruno, the captain, because he said Mainu will only play if Bruno doesn't. It's pretty much what he said.
Pretty much
So
what he said. Yeah.
yeah, so I'm happy with that. I was surprised to see Cunha playing.
I'm
Uh,
not. I'm more surprised that Diallo's playing and Mbuemo's not, if I'm honest.
yeah, what you mean? Go for the front three and see
I
what
thought I thought he was going to go for the front three we're expecting with Mbuemo,
I'm
Cunha, and
thinking Cunha
Šeško.
goes off later on and then Burmo comes on and
Yeah,
Ahmad's
probably.
offside. Or he takes Ahmad and Cunha off and brings on Mount and Burmo, which I quite like. Or he could bring on Bruno Fernandes and then Burmo. Possible, you know, because he's named two goalkeepers. So on the bench, when you can, instead of naming youngsters, and when you look at the bench, Xerxes needs to get on the pitch. Leon needs to get on the pitch. Everyone else has played.
Yeah.
So we know three of those subs are going to be just straightforward swaps. It'd be interesting to see how long he lets Šeško play for before he swaps him for Xerxes. But no, overall, really happy with that. Really happy with that. It's what I what I would have expected. I just would have liked to see Leon given a chance. But Dalot sort of needs to prove that he can play against Grimsby. Maybe Grimsby's his level. Maybe that's where Dallow's fallen from. He's
Maybe.
had quite a massive fall from grace, isn't he? 3-4 years ago, I thought he was great, but recently he's fallen off a cliff. Yeah, but what do you think? You happy with that?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I would have preferred to have just kept like with the front three we were expecting. I was hoping to see Mbuemo, Cunha, and Šeško all play together. I understand why he's brought Sheshko in and Cunha left on and taken Embuemo out. But in fairness, I probably would have had Cunha out and Embuemo in purely because United he had a longer pre-season with Cunha. He's not had enough time with Embuemo because obviously he's signed midway through the America tour, which means he basically got no pre-season.
Yeah,
So
no, I agree.
yeah, I'm happy with Tyler Fredrickson, happy with Aidan Heaven, even happier with Maguire in the middle. Not a problem with that at all. Probably a little bit been miffed about Onana. I think it's clear that Onana and Bindia are going to be our our two goalkeepers. Excuse me.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen Heaton play, but
Yeah, I think just for nostalgia and just for fun, it would have been good to see Heaton in there, just to maybe show the other keepers, look, this is what you want to be doing at corners. Push the fuckers off of it. Keep
do
them
you not
fucking
think
on.
if he played Heaton, then Inana would literally being told get out of the club if he plays Heaton? So I see both sides of it, and then
Yeah,
that drops his transfer value because it's like, well, you clearly don't want him. Bit like what we're doing with Rasmus. If this deal falls through, we can't sell him, can we?
no.
So yeah, but no, Grimsby. Grimsby looked like they've made a few changes.
Talk to me because I'll be honest, I don't know anything about Grimsby, so you can talk to me about it. I know they
I'll
play at
tell you
Blundell
what,
Park.
we're in for trouble because they play 4-1-4-1
Yeah,
or 4-5-1. Probably a better way of putting it. And they are set piece experts. They score a lot of goals from corners and free kicks. And I'm talking fancy little runs, to create space, proper champion, not, I was going to almost said non-league, but it is almost non-league. It's what you get outside the Premier League. Well, I love the Championship. Headed goals, proper movements coming in and bang, Ian Dowie back post slams it into the back of his own goal. But yeah, they're going to be strong in the air. So, but they're also going to be hard to break down. They're not going to try and come at us. They're going to look for penalties. But they are quite a good passing team. They're not a long ball kick and run kind of chuck it in the box. They do like to keep it on the deck and pass it around. From what I've seen, I've done a little bit of, like, let's be fair, if you look anything up online now, you're only ever going to find the good bits and videos put together where they don't show howlers and where it goes wrong. Well, unless you're looking up Man United stuff. But yeah, it's a must-win game, and our team's more than good enough to win it. But what I will say is it's a lose-lose for Amarin. If he loses, I tell you what, he's got 1 foot probably out the door. But with most of our fan base, that's already the case. So imagine we didn't go through, and it has happened. We actually, when we've come in these rounds, we tend to go out.
yeah.
Wimbledon, Dele Alli absolutely destroyed us and got his big move to Tottenham. And that was under what? Van Gaal? Was it under Van Gaal? Was it under Fergie? I
No, it
can't
was under
remember.
Van Hal. Yeah,
And then if we won, well, we're expected to win. And why didn't you win by more? So unless we win by like 4-5-0, 6-0 clean sheet, and that'd still be expected. Do you know what I mean? The only thing I would have liked to have seen, and I don't get this, I don't know why. Where's Obi on the bench?
yeah,
Where's some of these youngsters that aren't necessarily frequently in the 21s either? There's a little bit something weird there that I don't necessarily like. Maybe they're struggling big time because they've all played at 4-3-3 for their entire career, and they're younger and they're struggling with formation. I don't know. So they're just their numbers in training. But this is a big game. I don't know how you feel. I know we're between us. We're not hammering in, hammering out, all that bullshit you're seeing online at the moment. But you've got. I don't know if you're as honest as me. Like, he's in trouble if he doesn't win tonight.
oh yeah, 100%. I think even with whatever team he puts out, it needed to be a convincing performance and a convincing win. If we've not won it 5-0, then there's question marks. If Sheshko doesn't get on the score sheet, there's question marks. If Cunha doesn't bag a brace, there's question marks.
Yeah.
If Maguire's not beating the man every time, there's definitely question marks. I'm looking back at the history of the fixture, and this is the first time we've played them since 1948. And that game ended in a 1-1 draw in the League Division 1.
Oh, there's good history there then.
But this fixture has had some really banging scorelines. So we go back to Boxing Day 1933. They beat us 7-3.
So I do believe we have played them recently, and it was under 23s against their first team.
Yeah,
In oh god, whatever it's called now. I still call it the Johnson Paint Trophy. But you got to remember that's what this level of team comes up against R23s or 21s, whichever age group it's set at in that trophy, which
yeah.
like is probably one of the reasons actually why they can't play.
I would
Because
be happy with a repeat of the Boxing Day of 1899 of a 7-0 win from the
1899.
from the old Division 2.
Hey, people, he said he hasn't done research, and now he's popping 1899 in there.
And you want to guess what? 4th of March 1899, we were still Newton Heath and we lost 3-0.
Yeah, we
And
certainly
then
weren't you, Heath.
that
Still
the
are now.
season, and then Boxing Day of the next season, we turned into Manchester United and then we beat them 7-0. So what does that tell you?
They're still shit the following year.
Yeah.
But this is the kind of content we can give you. So, jump on, like, subscribe, and
Yeah.
you can get more history for Nathan in a stop near you soon.
Yeah. In a truck stop near you.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So,
no, like you say, I'm 100% on board with that. If we don't win convincingly, then there's question marks. If we win 1-0, there's massive question marks. I don't mean any disrespect because they are on a really good performing, like they're in good form at the minute, Grimsby. But in with all respect, they're League Two and we're in the Premier League. Whether or not we finished convincingly in the Premier League last season begs the question.
yeah.
There's still you've got a 60, what was it, 60, 70 million pound defender in the back three there. You've got over £100 million worth of strikers in Cunha and Sheshko up front.
Well, that'll be one of the things. Like, so all the bullshit that's going to get chucked out. Right, one Man United player is going to be worth more than the entire Grimsby bloody entire setup or something like that. I'm talking like youth team through to the first team. But you just touched on something there. Winning. Does it matter how we win tonight?
I think from a confidence point of view, it does.
No. What I mean is, if we win 1-0 and they've sat in and they've literally done nothing and put 11 men behind the ball, we win 1-0, but we've played and all we've done is we're trying to break them down. They've had block shots galore. We win 1-0. And you can see United have done everything and actually really good passing, really good, and they just do solid like League Two defending, which you get in League Two. Or do we win 7-0 and they're all counter attacks, like what I call FIFA, lay it across, tap it in at the far post, 2v1s on the goalkeeper? What would you rather see? Would you rather, even with a win against a shit side, would you rather see a really good performance and just maybe knock in 1, 2, 3 goals? Or would you rather see a fucking hell, that they're shit and we banged in loads? I can see the pros to both sides.
I would rather see every player on the pitch get on the score sheet. That would be. I would like to see Sheshko get a brace. I would like to see Cunha get a brace because then they're gaining, even if it is against Grimsby. And again, no disrespect, but if we score 5 goals and Sheshko gets 2, Cunha gets 2, and Bremo comes on and gets 1, I'm over the moon with that because then they take that form into Burnley.
Exactly. But does it matter how we create those goals?
No, I mean as long as we're scoring, I couldn't care less. But I would like to. I understand what you're going. I think Grimsby will sit in because,
Yeah, me too. I think they're
but
sitting and counter attack.
there's every chance. I mean, I don't mean we don't mean to talk about United winning and winning comfortably, but there's every chance tonight that we could get caught.
Yeah.
There's every chance.
Well, we've got let's move on to it then. We've got an untried midfield too.
Yep.
Let's be fair, pretty much. I don't know. I'd say high 80s, if not higher, percent of the fan base is saying play Ugarte and Mainu. They're better than Bruno and Casemiro in central midfield. Do you think that's the case? Like today, like we're going to see it? Mainu, the ball progressor. This is what he does. Ugarte, the holding midfield player. He's got more legs than Casemiro, and obviously you can't. I hate Amarin even did it. Compared Bruno and Mainu, saying they're competing for the same spot. But okay, Mainu's got to take his chance now. And as a Man United fan, as a Man United player, this is what it's always spoken about. You might not get a chance in the United team, so when it comes, you've got to take it with two hands.
Yeah. It's more worrying for me that Mainu's not competing with Casemiro. Because in all seriousness, with Casemiro, the age he is and the money he's on, I understand that he needs to be played. But
no, it's what he said was, the exact quote was,
yeah,
I needed another defensive midfielder, so I put on Ugarte. Because so pointing out that Mainu isn't a defensive midfielder. Now we know he took a defensive midfielder off in Casemiro, so he must be saying my defensive midfielders are X and Y, and my attacking midfielders are A, B, C.
yeah,
Yeah. So he's now categorised them and almost saying I can only play one or the other. So I agree with you. I think he can do a job in midfield with covering Bruno, playing with Casemiro or playing instead of Casemiro or Ugarte. He's really good on the press. He can take the ball on a half turn. He's probably a better short passer than at least two of those players, which is what you need in midfield. You need the ball ticking. As Roy Keane always used to say, give me the ball, I won't give it away. Just lay it off. Michael Carrick did that, and then you get your Paul Scholes, which is your Bruno currently, who sprayed the ball around. Which isn't Mainu's game. So it's a totally different kind of player. So to say he competes with Bruno, they are so different. And I think we're going to see a more controlled midfield today.
It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see if Fernandes makes an appearance at all. I think if we go 4-5 up, he won't bother. I think if we do concede, I think he'll panic and put Bruno on, and that might not solve anything.
Yeah. Right. Well, we've got 5 minutes 10 minutes till kickoff. All right. I'm looking at this, and I'm going to call the subs now. All right. Dalot is going to come off for Diego Leon. Sesko will come off for Xerxes. And you're obviously not going to change your goalkeepers, but it leaves us Bruno Fernandes, Casemiro, Mason Mount, Matthias de Ligt, or Mbermo. I think I agree with you. Mbermo comes on. I think he swaps for Cunha. And I think Bruno comes on and swaps for Dalot, or Mount comes on and swaps for Dalot, and he actually rests Bruno entirely. Which, do you not think Bruno's performance actually says, I'm not going to play you at all. I'm going to make you sit on the bench and watch?
Who's got the armband?
Harry.
Good old Harry.
It's where it has no pressure on it. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
But actually, he might not have the armband. The leadership group, he's not in it. And I fucking can't believe it. Thank God you've asked. According to Sky Sports, he's captain, so he must have named him. But Diego Dalot is technically vice captain in the leadership group, and I didn't think Harry Maguire was in that leadership group.
Well, that's all right then, because that would have been worrying. Sorry, what was your previous question?
Subs. So, do you think Bruno just gets left on the bench?
I think seeing how the game might play out, Fernandes will get rested for the entire match. I would be surprised if we don't see Mbremo instead of. I think Diallo comes off for Mbremo, and then that's when we'll see the front three as it should be.
Yeah.
Because obviously it's been. I'm surprised he hasn't gone with it with Mbremo from the start, because then we get to see how it might work in the Premier League. But I understand, giving Mbremo a rest, didn't get a full pre-season. I get that. So yeah, I think Diallo comes off eventually for Mbremo. And I think eventually Ugarte comes off for Casemiro. And then, or the potential is that he takes Ugarte off and puts Mount on, depending on just how the game goes. And then Tyler Fredrickson probably will come off.
Well, we don't have a defender on the bench unless we take Leon off for Diego Leon for Fredrickson and put Dalot as right-sided centre back.
Yeah, potentially.
Oh, sorry, we have De Ligt. But you're not putting De Ligt and Maguire at the back unless you've got your defending set pieces.
No.
So yeah, let's see how right we are. Chat can, if you want to jump in the comments and after this and dig out what we
Dig out
think,
my thoughts.
or maybe give Nathan some good truck suggestions. You know, when he's going to be up your way near Sheffield tomorrow.
Yeah, if
Truck,
you know any good truck stops in the north of England or the west of England or the east of England, just let me know.
you maybe do a review.
Yeah. So far, Chippenham pit stop in Wiltshire is the best in the country that I've been to, without question. The showers are amazing, the food is brilliant, and the staff are awesome. And I will do whatever I can to come here every week. So there you go. If you're a trucker watching this, Chippenham pit stop, just off the M4. Don't go to Lee Delamere. It's the stop before Lee Delamere services on the M4. Or the
And if you
Lee,
can
or the.
find Nathan and tap on his window, he'll give you a fiver.
I won't, but you can come and tap on my window and I'll say hello.
But I think we might as well wrap it up then. Go grab a drink and get ready for kickoff.
Yeah, 100%.
Let's do score prediction.
Yeah, score predictions. I'm going to go. Heart says 5-0. Head says 2-0. I think we win, and I think we win comfortably, but it just depends on how many.
I want to see at least 3 to 4 goals. And that's what I think. 3 to 4, I'm happy.
Yeah, good
But
performance.
I'm going to have to be Mr. Negative. I think we concede from a set piece, and I think Onana's made to look stupid because I think if we keep defending the way we're defending set pieces and putting no protection on the goalkeeper, they're going to destroy the goalkeeper. And that's just what I said from about their greater set pieces. And at the moment, I don't think we could defend anything from a set piece.
I think we might end up seeing Heaton come on against Burnley. If it turns out Bayern is no good, Onana is no good.
And Heaton, right, you're up against your old club. Come and
Yeah.
take the ball out of the air.
Yeah. Come and start
Tom
knocking
Heaton is the
people's
only
heads off.
keeper I've ever seen who, in the warm up, dives to the top corner as practice. No ball,
Yeah.
no ball. Throws himself trying to save it in his mind to the top corner. That's different level mentality. But I think that's it. So I'll go 3-4-0. You can go for your 5, and the front 3 bag in a brace apiece if we're lucky.
That'd be good. Right, thank you very much for watching, everyone. Enjoy the game. Let us know how we got on afterwards, and you can tell us off for being how stupid we are or commend us for how good we were. But either way, leave a comment, leave a like and subscribe, share. Follow our socials, and we'll be back over the weekend for a preview to the Burnley game, and then a review, and then so on and so forth. But thank you, Mark. Appreciate that, and thank you, everyone, for watching.
All right, take care, guys.